Hey everyone, it's me, Andrea from Andy's Corner, and I'm so glad that you're joining me today. So, where are we in the story of Genesis, or in the book of Genesis? Let's see. So, last episode we read chapter 25, and we read about the birth of Esau and Jacob. And the Lord said that these two men will actually become two nations, and that they will basically always fight. And the crazy thing is, it's true. It happens. So, today we see what happens when these newborn babies become adult males. So, as the boys grew up, this is chapter 25, verse 27, Esau became a skillful hunter. He was an outdoorsman, but Jacob had a quiet temperament, preferring to stay at home. Isaac loved Esau because he enjoyed eating the wild game Esau brought home. But Rebekah loved Jacob. One day, when Jacob was cooking some stew, Esau arrived home from the wilderness, exhausted and hungry. Esau said to Jacob, "I'm starved. Give me some of that red stew." This is how Esau got his other name, Edom, which means red. "All right," Jacob replied, "but trade me your rights as a firstborn son." Pause. Now, at this time in this culture, to be the firstborn son, as we've talked about in the past, is a big deal. You get a double portion of the inheritance. You get to carry the brunt of the family line, and you get the blessing of being called the firstborn son. It's a big deal in this culture. And so Jacob said, "Sure, I'll give you some soup. Just give me your birthright." It's also called birthright. What a random thing to ask. I'm trying to think, if I did that to my sisters, maybe I'd say, "Okay, I'll give you this if you give me $5. I would have never asked for a birthright. Like, Jacob is a little sneaky. And then he said, "Look, I'm dying of starvation," said Esau. "What good is my birthright to me now?" So Esau at this time, I guess, literally thought he was dying. So he's like, "What does a birthright mean to me if I die today of starvation?" He must have been extremely famished or hungry, but like pretty hungry to think you're dying right now, and I'm going to give up my double inheritance just for a bowl of soup. Wow, that's crazy. But Jacob said, "First, you must swear that your birthright is mine." So Esau swore an oath, thereby selling all his rights as the firstborn to his brother Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau some bread and the lentil stew. Esau ate the meal, then got up and left. He showed contempt for his rights as the firstborn. Now, that little tiny line, it kind of insinuates that Esau didn't care that he was firstborn. It was like, ugh, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, he didn't take his role as firstborn seriously. Even though, I mean, they're technically born at the same time, maybe like same day, they were twins, but he came out first. But I guess Esau, it seems like he didn't care to have the inheritance of the firstborn, what they got as a birthright or the inheritance. He could care less. He was focused on hunting and food. And friend, this comes into play for the rest of their lives. Jacob is always a little bit of sneaky guy, and Esau kind of shows some grace later on in the Bible, which is really interesting. So, what did you learn today? What did you see today? What did you learn about God? What did you see? One thing I seen is that another thing about the second born getting the blessing. Remember, we saw it with Isaac over Ishmael, And then, didn't we see it in another place? I forgot. Then I guess we see it here with Jacob now, the second born, getting the blessing over Esau. Oh, we read about it when it said the younger will rule the older will serve the younger. And we see that again today, that Jacob actually gets and legally gets because Esau made an oath. And at that time, they take those oaths really seriously. So he legally gets Esau's birthright. I mean, I can't explain to you what that might be. Today's day, that might be hundreds of thousands of dollars. If there's a wealthy family and they have $500,000 and say the first child gets $250,000 and the other kids get $100,000. Well, basically Esau's like, I don't care about $250,000. I need a bowl of soup. And so the second born was like, I get your $250,000. Like, maybe that's not a good example as far as like the worth of it, but it's a big deal. And it's also carrying on the family line, the family name through generation and generation and generation. And typically that's through the firstborn. But we saw it happen with Isaac. And now we're seeing it happen not with Esau, but with Jacob, the second born. So friends, keep an eye out on this second born over the firstborn thing. It happens a lot. So what did you learn? There's nothing in particular that really stuck out to me about God in this specific scripture. But like I already mentioned, there's a few things in the story that just stuck out to me in general. That Jacob is sneaky, and Esau clearly did not take his leadership seriously, where it seemed like Jacob was eager to be a leader. That's all I got for now. That's all I know. That's all that stuck out to me. What about you? Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. So, friends, we are getting in the meatiness of the patriarch of the Israelite tribe, or the tribes of Israel. So it's pretty amazing. This is like all happening right now. This is getting into the nitty gritty of it. So buckle up and stay tuned because things are going to get crazy. All right. Bye.